Hello everyone, today's video will be a first on this channel, and it is a little tutorial on how to do something in our economics class, because we were taught two things pretty much in our economics class today, and some people weren't here, so I want to make a video to help them out. Or if they've seen the teacher and they're still struggling, maybe this video will be a good reference for them, because we do have a test tomorrow. Anyways, I'll include timestamps in the descriptions as well, just for like when we'll get on to the next problem. I mean, the video's not going to be too long, but if you just want to skip to the end to see like the end values for our credit card thing, then I'll have timestamps in the descriptions that you can go click or just, you know, skip around to the end. I'll quickly go over this problem here, which didn't come out well on my printer, sadly, my printer scanner. And then I'll go over the other one in full on how I did that. I'm just going over this one real quick on a specific thing, and it is the credit card limit at the top. Now, I didn't know how to do this at first because our teacher was not here yesterday, and we kind of needed him because this was something new. But essentially, when you have a credit card limit of, say, $5,000 maximum, now in month 5, this is where we actually hit the maximum, because I had like 3,600 something, and I added 2,000, and I got 5,600 something. So what I did first was I did the MPR, I got the interest, added it up, and got the final, and then I added the 35 limit, which if you go over the maximum, you'll be charged $35. I added that at the end, and you don't want to do that. So basically with this, you want to, when you get to your limit, that's when you want to add the, what was it, $35? So when you get over the limit, you want to add it as if it were another purchase. So add $35 and then do your MPR, get your interest, add that back up, and that'll be your final answer. And there's a payment down here. You want to make sure you subtract that payment. So this is for the problem that we had yesterday. I was close to the final answer down here, but yeah, I was close, but I wasn't quite there due to the change in the limit that you get from month 5. So just as a quick little reminder, you want to add up your purchases. If you go over the limit, add the 35, then do the MPR stuff. And I believe if you happen to get under the limit again, then you won't have that $35 charge that you have to make. But you want to add it up as if it were another purchase before you go on to the next steps, and that'll get you your correct answer. Now, the problem that we had today came out much better on my printer scanner. But anyways, we have changing rates. Now, this is what we learned in class today that some people missed. If you got this from the teacher, then good, but if you need to reference back, then feel free to do so. And for the people that didn't see this, this is essentially what is going on. So you have your initial APR of 10.99%. You have one late payment increase to 15.99%, and 2 late payments to change to 24.99%. Now, basically what this means is you have 3 APRs. What you want to do first is just convert that 10.99 divided by 100 divided by 12, get your MPR for the first one, get your MPR for the second, and get your MPR for the third. Now, essentially what you do with this is, say, this is month 1. Now you just use the first MPR for month 1 and month 2, because there is no late fee. But then when you get down to the month of March, or month 3, then you start to see the late fee. Now basically, this is the first MPR. Now when you see late fee, switch to your second. So the second one is the 0.013325, I believe. And you want to, as soon as you see the late fee, just switch to that MPR and never go back to the first one. And same thing with the third. See, now you'll have the second MPR, oh, another late fee, switch to the third. And once you switch to the third, you basically are stuck there forever. So you can't change back to the second or the first. You have to stick with the third once you hit another 2 late payments. So basically, in a nutshell, you want to start with the first MPR first MPR, second because there's a late fee, second, third because there's another late fee, third, and final answer at the bottom. So that's essentially what that is with the changing rates. And we also learned another thing, which is the 4% or $5 minimum on cash advances. So whenever you see cash advance, basically what you do is you take the cash advance times 4 divided by 100, which is the percent, obviously. So it'd be 100 times 0.04, and you would get that number. And if that number is below 5, so $5 is your minimum. If that number is below 5, which in this case with the 100 would be 4, you go to 5. So if I had a cash advance that was something, and I took that and I times it by 0.04, the percent, and it was like 3.14 something, something like that, it would go to $5 automatically, because that's the minimum. You can't go below the minimum. So if you have 2 point something, you would go to 5. However, if you have something like 120 and say that number ends up being 6 something or whatever, then you would just use that number. So to remember, if it's below 5, you go to 5. If it's above 5, use that number. So in this case, the cash advance, and treat it like interest. So once you times it by the 0.04, you take that cash advance still and you add that. So in this little case here, we have the $100 cash advance times 0.04, you get 4, it turns to 5 because it's below the minimum, and you add back in the 100. So treat it like interest, essentially, like these MPRs over here. So you take this times MPR, you get whatever the interest is. Oh wait, you get whatever the interest is, blah 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 blah, and you just keep going. So with this, you take the balance times the MPR and add it back up. Just treat it like interest, essentially, and also treat it like a purchase. So because this is 105, hang on, let me find it. Because this is 105, and this is 50, it'd be 155. So you add, I believe this is it over here. Yeah, you just can't see it, but I'm pretty sure that's a plus. Yeah, it is. So you would take whatever your balance is, plus the 155, because it's the cash advance, 100 plus the 0.04, which turns to 5. So to repeat myself for like the 20th time, 100 plus the 100 times 0.04, that turns to be 4, which then goes to 5 because it's below the minimum. 100 plus 5, 105, plus 50, late fee, and you get 155, and then you carry out the problem that way. So that's pretty much all we learned, and now I'll go over this problem real quick, because I don't think many people got the answer key, but I'll still have this open and I will go through it just as a little quick refresher for our test tomorrow. So we have a Visa with a balance, and if you can hear that, I'm sorry, my mic kind of sucks, so you'll probably hear background noise, and my sisters are having a fit. But anyways, getting a little off topic. So start Visa balance $9,563.92. So you add up your 3 purchases, you take that times your initial MPR, and you get the interest. You add back in your balance, get the total balance minus payment. Bam! It's the first payment, $9,653.57. So you take that number and you go to the next one, February. So you have your 2 purchases, $216, 83.20 electric bill, cell phone. Add in with your balance that you got here, times the MPR, get your interest, add it back in, bam, which is $10,043.92, I believe. Yeah. So now we get into March 3, and with the cash advance The 100 times 0.04 comes out as 4, turns to 5 because it's below the minimum. If it was above 5, then you would just keep it as whatever number it is. So you have the $105 cash advance, you have the late fee, take the balance plus 155. You use the second MPR because again it's a late fee. So you would use the second MPR up here. And yeah, so you do that. You would take the balance times the MPR, interest, add it back in, blah 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 blah, minus $300 payment, and you get a balance of $10,168.53, I believe. Wait. Whoops, my bad, that's for April. You get $10,034.82, I believe. Sorry, getting a little hard. I'll have the numbers in the description as well, because I have lines on my paper separating each month, but obviously they're not there, so I don't know why my printer did that. But it makes it a little hard, so I may screw up numbers, but I'll have all the correct numbers in the description anyways. So, same thing, April has nothing, so you just do balance, MPR, interest plus your balance, $10,168.53. So May, you have another late fee, treat it as a purchase, 50 plus 63. So you take your current balance of whatever the last month was, you add in 113, you get the new balance. New balance. So you take that times your third MPR because it's a late fee, and 2 late payments. So now it's the third MPR that you get, and you take the number times the third MPR. You get your interest, add it back in, blah blah blah, minus 200 payment, and you get $10,295.64. So now the last 2 months, pretty short, pretty simple. Take the balance times they don't have any purchases, so take your last month's balance, third MPR, interest, add it back in, minus 150 payment. This little R with the circle is just to tell you that it's rounded, and you get 10,360.05, or just 5 cents. And now for the last month, we have the balance times MPR, get your interest, round it again, so I put the R at the circle, add it back in, you get the current balance, minus 150 payment, and this is your final answer, which is over here as well. So when you're all done, your beginning balance for your Visa in August is $10,425.80. So if you get down to this point, you got it right. Congratulations. So we have a test tomorrow in our economics class, and I wish you all good luck. Some few tips would be to take your time. Don't go too slow though, because we only have 42 minutes obviously in a class period. So you want to take your time. At least make sure that your calculations are right. So I made this mistake once and it sucks, but if you accidentally enter a wrong value in your calculator, if you got down to say just like the second month and you make a mistake, all of these months down here are now basically invalidated. So all this work, you're gonna have to switch, and it's going to suck. So that would mainly be my main advice, is just to take your time and check your calculations. Make sure you've wrote everything down on your typed everything on your calculator correctly, and make sure that you get the right numbers for your purchases, your payments, your MPR stuff. Make sure you get all that right, and if you do, then you're looking at a A or an A+ on your test tomorrow in our economics class. So hopefully this video gets shared to our fellow classmates, and I hope this was of help to you. I'm looking forward to doing more types of videos like these in case the need arises. Like if I have another class and say a few people miss, and I can make a quick video and show them how to do whatever it is we learned. It's good practice. It's something fun I can do. I've always wanted to do videos for a long time, and it's mainly going to be gaming, but I could also do tutorial stuff as well. I have no problem with that. So hopefully this video helps, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.